It's gonna be... Listen, Knuckles has lived alone his whole life. Shadow has been frozen for 50 years. Silver's from the future. Blaze is from another dimension. Basically, what I'm saying is they'd all fall for Updog. Sonic wrote this post. Don't say it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it. No. The Sonic 3 movie premiere is going to be something else. You're going to have people cheering as a young girl gets shot, and you're going to have people trying their hardest not to shout obscenities around the other 10-year-olds in the theater. All right, Chad, since the movie's been out for a while, tell me, how was your Sonic 3 movie experience? Did anyone make the funnies? Fun fact, the Troy Pump action rifle came out in 2014, 9 years after Shadow the Hedgehog. They modeled a gun after Shadow the Hedgehog? Sonic Heritage Post. And then it's so upsetting that Sega did not let him continue having the gun. They made the gun for him! Behold, giant Sonic outside Shanghai Joypopolis. Joypopolis? Joypolis. Well, I for one welcome our new hedgehog overlord. He's waving to the lowly peasants. Accidentally said Jesus the Christ today like he's a fucking Sonic. He's a Sonic. God, this sucks. I need to remember suicide jokes are bad for my mental health. Find the Chaos Emeralds. I had a dream that they changed the material handcuffs were made of to this, metallic gold color, and people kept trying to get arrested in Sonic cosplay so they could, quote, get those rings. And it was the hottest craze on the internet for a solid 2 months, and basically every location in the Western world banned Sonic cosplays, and Sonic ended up being a symbol for anarchist ideology. Have you considered that this is a premonition? The dream was a prophecy, and the future sure looks bright. Silver would disagree. Man, fucked it up already. 2025 is gonna be my year, though. The earlier you post this, the funnier it is. 2024 can still be your year. Ups and downs are a part of life. It's all good. Never give up. It's never too late to try again. Wow, can't believe Sonic is telling me to live and learn. I think I like Surge because she's objectively, kind of mid. She's Knuckles level powerful, but she can't even beat Base Sonic in a 1v1. You can forget about Shadow or Super Sonic. She's an underdog, and that makes her interesting. She dodges any notions of being someone's edgy, overpowered OC because she's up against Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. And Sonic is he's just that guy. It makes her easy to root for. Funniest parts of each Sonic adaptation. Each of them. Oh boy, here we go. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Robotnik's ass works on anime titty logic. Sonic Saturday Morning. That one episode where they went to the indigenous-coded wolf pack and Anton was paranoid and crying about being cursed the entire way because of the sign in front of the cave, saying they'd curse anyone who crossed them, and then at the end he's still being a baby about it, and the wolf pack leader just says, Anton, we made up the curse to scare white people. We can't actually do that. Sonic OVA. The only part of canon lore they remembered was that Tails was afraid of thunderstorms. Also, Sarah's name is spelled different every time you look at it. It's driving me crazy. Why did they do this? How could they? Sonic Underground. Literally everything about it. Take one look at that show and tell me it isn't objectively hilarious. Sonic X. That one episode where they put Sonic on a boat. And he immediately lost every moral he has. Sonic Boom. The fact that the show is basically a normal workplace comedy. And then midway through season 2, They start an episode with a full Bye Bye Birdie parody musical number about how Eggman doesn't actually have a doctorate, and then when the song was over, they never mention it again. I never did anything like that ever again. What the fuck? Sonic Cinematic Universe. Sonic has watched Speed, and therefore knows all the swear words. All of them. Bonus round, Classic Gameverse. In Tails spin-off games, he literally just kills his enemies. He kills them. They're dead. He's 4 years old. Shogakukan. It's hard to tell because a lot of it hasn't been translated into my language, but I'm going to have to go with the simple fact that the plot is that Sonic is a 10-year-old boy who hulks into Sonic when he's being self-deprecating. 10 out of 10. Sonic the comic. Super Sonic is evil, but then he gets split from Sonic, gets amnesia. It gets a customer service job. That's like the most Tumblr thing I've ever fucking heard. Pre-Sonic Genesis Wave Archie. Oh boy. Ken Penders, lawsuits, and drama is hilarious, and I'd also like to point out the romantic drama thrown into the comics when there was none of that in Saturday Morning. Like, Sonic and Sally had one argument in one episode. It wasn't even that serious. Otherwise, they were a very healthy couple. But in the Archie canon, everyone's dating each other and arguing all the time, and their kids look like exact clones. Instead of anyone being creative, and Sonic and Saturday Morning was also super feminist and progressives, but the early comics fucked that up, and that's what was I talking about? Now I'm just mad. Okay, so anyway, the funniest part is Mellow the Bee! Post Sonic Genesis Wave Archie. So they weren't allowed to have Snally anymore, so now Sally is gay. Modern game verse. Sonic Shuffle. Sonic fucking Shuffle. Guys, if you ever wanted to play Mario Party with cards and you had to land on the exact space in order to get your prize, play Sonic Shuffle. It's great. Sonic Storybook. You know, those games that everyone loves ironically or very, very much loves, and if you say anything bad about it, you will be shot on sight. Oh, there's a lot to pick here. Gates of Hell. I want to be sacrificed. You're the true King Arthur. Yeah, let's go with the fact that in Black Knight, Amy is technically Shadow's mom. Really, cinematic masterpiece. Sonic Chronicles. You guys remember that Timmy and the Well bit? Like, what the fuck was that? Sonic Boom Gameverse. Rise of Lyric has a lot of funny stuff, but I'm gonna go with the Shattered Crystal game, where literally every single main character was morally okay with murder and actively trying to kill and skin the villain to make boots for Amy, and the villain gets killed by Shadow appearing out of nowhere and kicking him out of a plane, and the only objection anyone has is that they wanted to do that first. God, I miss the Boom renditions of everybody. Sonic IDW. Surge, I'll give you something to sue me about. The 10 wreck. Flawless. Oh, this is where we realize this came out before the whole show dropped. Sonic Prime. It's not out yet, so it's too early to say, but right now I love that Big the Cat was one of the first characters revealed. Allow me to add to that, since now it is out. It gave us the Shadow-loving Latinos meme. Also the part where Shadow steals Sonic's drip. That was pretty goddamn good. Sonic the Hedgehog is really a funny character, actually. He's the fastest thing alive. He breaks the laws of physics on the regular. He's just some guy. He has time traveled on several different occasions. He is homeless. He became a werewolf at one point. He can't swim. He is an ADHD icon. He killed a time god. He died and was brought back to life. He's 3 feet tall. He can breathe in space. He wears 80s Thriller boots. He befriended the light god of Earth. He only eats fair food. He was a father figure for a robot that died. He was a prisoner of war for 6 months. He was personally based on Bill Clinton. He kissed a human girl on the lips. He taught the god of destruction how to process trauma. He is canonically King Arthur. He's canonically Santa Claus. He got stuck on a cruise ship once and lost every moral he had. Hey, look at that. It's a callback. He's the only one who remembers the timeline before he killed the previously mentioned time god. He's 15 years old. Actually, I'm pretty sure he killed 2 time gods. How old is you? You did all that at 15. Fuck you were doing at 15 years old. Playing Sonic the Hedgehog? Actually, that's pretty cool. Okay, keep doing that. Upon reflecting, the Sonic movie, which was really good, I realized the Sonic franchise has 2 modes when it comes to stories. Story A? Haha, whatever, Eggman. Okay, Boomer, no problem. This is happening. 90s slang. Story B. An ancient god has risen now to save our world. We will destroy it even if it costs our lives to prevent the apocalypse. Yeah. According to a survey, Gen Z is more likely to recognize Sonic the Hedgehog than Shakespeare. Well, yeah, how is Shakespeare going to recognize the blue hedgehog when he's dead? I have misunderstood the post. Sonic the Hedgehog, sustained speeds of 667 miles per hour, could have made the journey from the Shire to Mount Doom, 1,718.5 miles, in over just 2 hours. But he also famously loves rings, so he almost assuredly would have found the thrall of the ring far too powerful to resist. Tails would have had to shoot him. In correct Sonic's pure heart, he might struggle, he might need the help of his friends, but he would never fall to temptation. If he did, though, it would make a really good story. And Frodo's heart was not pure? Frodo's love for his friends was any weaker? The ring would have filled Sonic's head with visions of unlimited chili dogs, and he would have fallen under its power. The line of hedgehogs would be broken. Either that or a copy of Sonic Heroes for the PlayStation 2 that's not a buggy-ass mess.